Okay, I'm pretty sure we're live now. Let's check the audio here.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, audio works. Alright, so unlike last time, we don't have an hour and a half of stuff we have to do beforehand. Today, we get to start right away. So, that's good. We actually get to watch football immediately. Took me long enough. I was 10 minutes late. That's good for my standards. Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2? Siri picks 2. That means we will use her for Washington. Am I supposed to call them the football team? Am I supposed to call them the Commanders? Should I call them the Commies? What am I supposed to do? I think Siri's picked 2 every time so far this year. So, there you go. Actually, hold on. I do want to go back to those real quick. There are some minor slider changes that I think we should make. Although I do think the sliders played out pretty well. Okay, I think we need to make some changes to help the user a little bit. All of the trades are in, yes. Meep. 10 minutes is 10 minutes too long. Fair enough. Okay, so what do I want to go up? Pretty much the question is, why did the Wizards get blown out? I would say quarterback accuracy should probably go down. There aren't really many glaring issues. Maybe the Wizards are just that bad. Or maybe the Black Knights are just that good. Okay, that's the only changes I'm going to make for now, and I'm probably going to regret it. So, Apple, since you're here, you do get to pick your jerseys because you guys are the user. Believe it or not, Siri actually picked Apple to be the user this time. Although you guys don't have any cool jersey combos, just like the Commanders in real life. But you can pick up the home jersey, the away jersey. Okay, they actually have more combinations than I thought. They don't have a yellow jersey in here, do they? No. All red or just normal jerseys? Well, those are two different things. Would you rather have a color rush or just home? We're going to call them the commies the whole time, and it's going to be beautiful. If only Alexei Smirnov was the quarterback of this team. That'd be perfectly fitting. But Smirnov was last year and not this year. But if he was this year, he would have to be on Washington. He would have to be a commie. Hoping to win one game and love not throw 4 picks. Hoping to, yeah, I would say the goal for us is to leave with a winning record. I don't have a ton of faith that we'll beat Washington. And with the Bears, who knows? The Bears are pretty good, so... Okay, I'm going to assume Apple wants to be all red. We're just going to rock with that. I've trademarked Chiral Story and AR-15. Anybody who uses those 3 words in any custom players will be hit with a $15 million lawsuit. So you're going to hit yourself with a $15 million lawsuit, huh? Is that so? Nah, man, we're really good. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll get a better read of these teams today as we look at Justin Herbert for the commies. I'm going to call them the commies the whole time. He'll be facing off against rookie Malik Willis out of Liberty, who in real life, at the senior day practice, was seen wearing a Lions hat. Coincidence? I think not. Okay, we get to start on defense. Good. I like it. I'm dead serious using AR-15 as your trademark. Yeah, but he's already in the Eagles series. That's the thing. He's already in this series. So, like, it wouldn't even make sense. Who does he even play for? I think he plays for Green Bay. I think. Alright, so we get to see the commies offense first. Justin Herbert leads the charge. And that's not a good start as Travis Kelce gets 17. Our secondary is very good. Our defense as a whole, I would say, is quite solid, but I think our secondary is our strongest unit. I don't know who's going to cover Kelsey, though. I guess a mixture of Davis, Gaither, and Queen. Oh, dear. Nice run for Josh Jacobs, the former Diablo. God, I just realized I played the Chargers week 3. Hey, it's my OFL Bowl prediction. The Niners and the Chargers. There you go. Although the Niners have not backed me up yet, Jordan Love. Herbo has all the time in the world. He's going to throw it away. He should not have that much time when we have Myles Garrett on one side and Khalil Mack on the other. So, we need a whole video dedicated to all 100. Oh, there are way more than 169 custom players total. If I were to guess, there might be close to 100 per year. So, it is way more than 169. 3rd and 1. Ooh, we had the pressure, but Kelsey was open in the flats. Vikings defender is straight up frozen. Well, that's what happens when you play in Minnesota. Although this game is not in Minnesota. And it's also in the month of September. Herbo again has plenty of time. Our pass rush looks dreadful. I get outside of Garrett and Mack, there's not a ton. But still, those are 2 X-Factor elite pass rushers, so I don't know why we're struggling so far. Another good run for Jacobs. Although the main reason why I want to see this game is because of Malik Willis. I'm very curious to see how he does in watched. I think if Brady Boatwell can do good in a watch setting, I don't see any reason why Malik Willis can't. Because Willis is like Boatwell, but better. And 50 come from you, at least 50. There we go. There's some pressure. Another 25 came from Nick, making someone named Dulu Kulula. I could probably figure out how to say that, but I would have to sound it out a few times. Herbo for the end zone. Okay, good. I was going to say, I thought that was caught. Hannibal Savage, future Hall of Fame linebacker. I have not made any of the linebackers and DBs yet, but I mean, with a player named Hannibal Savage, I feel like you have to be good. I'm assuming you saw the Washington name change and uniforms. Yes, we have. Hopefully they update it in Madden so we can actually have the commies in the game. Although I really hope if it is updated, which it won't be, but if it was, we're not using the black jerseys. Those are absolutely hideous. I don't know how people can think that looks good. And we were talking about it in the server earlier today. It's very hard to mess up on all black jerseys. It's very hard. And Washington found a way to do that. The helmet is atrocious. They just put a W in the front, which just looks bad. And then the jerseys itself, I feel like, hold on, let me see. I feel like there's not enough going on. It's just like too black. That statement was not racially motivated. But here, let me find the picture. I need to see it again, because I don't think it was good at all. I could probably just put up on their Twitter. That'd be easier. As our offense is going nowhere so far. Third and 6. Malik Willis takes a shot for the heavens. He's got a cannon. Ooh, that was close. That was a good throw. All right, let me take a look at the jerseys now. I need to puke. Yeah, the font is bad. The colors just don't go together. And there's just not enough going on. I think the other jerseys are fine, although the logo and the helmet is very unimpressive. I feel like they could have done something cool. I don't know, put Stalin's face and the Soviet flag on a football. That would have worked. Bjorn Syverson, future Eagles quarterback, maybe. Not expecting to win versus New England. That's going to be a good game, 2-0 versus 2-0. Your team has surprised you. I would say your team's been very surprising. You guys were the best team in the league last stream, albeit we're only 2 weeks in. Sack fumble! Picked up by the defensive lineman for a scoop and score. Mack and Garrett were in the backfield, and it's Terrell Wharton who gets the touchdown. Don't challenge it. Oh dear, it's a challenge. Yay! Whenever it's a fumble, it's always reversed. So, yep, he's down. Not a fumble. Well, at least we got a sack. At least our two X Factors both made a play. The Kami should have taken an inspiration from the Cardinals All Blacks. And it'd be fitting. You got to take after your boy Smirnov. Don't think the All Blacks are awful, but I don't think they're good or anything. I think they could have... I mean, if they didn't make the helmet so bad, they'd be... I wouldn't say good, but they wouldn't be as bad. But the fact that the jerseys just don't look good and the helmet is a disaster, I mean, those are just rough. The red ones are your favorite still now. Exactly, that's what I think. I think the red ones are the best, but, I mean, I'm not going to act like they're impressive. Could have been Admirals, Red Tail. I think all of the names with red in them would have been cool. Red Tails, Red Wolves, Red Hogs. I don't know if he was in bounds, but that flag was early. I think it's going to be a hold. Yep. Okay, good. I wonder if that was in bounds. Ooh, it was! Good thing it's going back. Marcus Cannon with the hold. Why did they lower the number on the font on the red jersey? I mean, I think that's kind of creative. Oh, dear. No, 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 no! DK Metcalf just put our defensive back on a toaster. On a toaster. No, on a poster. I think that was Cam Curl, who got absolutely mossed. We don't need to see it again. No, please no. Octi, if all the Bengals wide receivers re-sign, trade for Westy, he's better than Keon. He's literally not, but okay. Whatever you say, Chief. I had the best... I thought I did. I have 5 80-plus players in there. They're looking bad today, but it's only one quarter. Let's not act like the pass rush has done us any favors. But no, the secondary has been very unimpressive. Who is the best defense in the league? I mean, so far, the Black Knights have allowed the least points. Who do I think is the most talented? I mean, I would say us, but we're not looking too hot so far, so I'm not. Who has the best defense? I guess who is the most good pass rushers, other than us, because we don't look the part right now. Score prediction for this game? Well, it's already 10-0. So this looks like it might be a beatdown. I'm going to say 27-17 Washington. Washington is a 6'4", 225-pound behemoth. You can't contain that when all your DBs are 6', 190. Yeah, but we have 5 good ones. A.J. Terrell, Greg Newsome, Chidobe Awuzie, Javon Holland, and Cam Curl. They're all 80-plus. All of them except for Awuzie are probably no older than 24, and Awuzie himself isn't all that old. The Falcons, yeah, they do have Von Miller and Buckner. And I feel like they have someone else. It might be Cam Jordan. So it probably is the Falcons. Malik could have ran with that. Or throw it out of bounds. He should have ran with it. Malik has some legs. Best defense for the future has got to be us. I mean, I can't really disagree with that. Okay, there's a... Oh, he dropped it. This has been a disaster of a first quarter so far. We look horrible. None of Malik Willis's throws have been that bad. Don't go for a check down. Well, that's not a check down. But we get sacked and Nitane Muti is hurt. Jeez, we look rough. We look rough. You have Cam Jordan? Okay, so it's not Cam Jordan, but I feel like they have someone else. Did I update your offensive line with Saffold at center? Saffold was already at center, so I didn't have to move him, but yes, he is there. First quarter is in the books. Washington has 162 yards of offense, whereas we have -6. It is not time to sim, but if this game progresses the way it has been, we could be looking at a sim. This isn't exactly spanking confidence for me, considering my team is the same talent level as Minnesota. I mean, I do think Washington's a little bit better on paper than us, but I didn't expect this. This is box office material. I don't regret picking this game because, I mean, it makes sense. Both teams are 2-0. Malik Willis versus a diehard Liberty fan. If we didn't end up watching this game, I would have regrets. So at least I can say we watched it, even though it's a blowout and not in favor of my team. Hyped up the Vikings game, but the Bears game would have been amazing. I hyped up the Ron Vikings game. I was putting all the hype into this game when it should have been the next one. This is a box office flop. Can't wait for the OFL 23 debut of the Washington Commanders. If Madden's nice, they'll update it in this year's game, but again, I think the odds of that are very slim. Although that'd be cool, but Madden doesn't care. This is a great matchup. Not every game will be a head-to-head battle. Exactly. These are two 2-0 teams. Both Apple and I have been here since obviously I was here since the start, and Apple was here from pretty much close to the start, so we're both very accomplished coaches. We had a rivalry last year throughout multiple playoff games, Phil Chippendale versus Eddie Small, although Eddie Small was my boy, even though he wasn't on my team. And, I mean, again, Malik Willis is Apple's guy, so it's box office. Should have watched the toilet bowl. They didn't update the name redacted when they became the football team. You're right, they didn't. So if they're not going to take the racist thing out of the game, then they're not going to update this. So I guess they're going to stay the football team for the rest of 22. Although we'll call them the commies. Imagine if you send this and the score turns out 50-48 with a win on a Hail Mary. Well, if it gets that close, we're obviously going to hop back in. But this is just an obliteration. I don't think we're going to hop back in. When you first got Madden 21, the Washington name redacted were still... Were they? I thought they were the football team, but their logo was just like the NFL logo. I don't remember exactly. You might be right. If that's the case, yikes, EA. And yikes to this defense. Jeez. You know, maybe I do regret watching this game because this has been just a pure disaster. Chippendale was actually bad. Scooter was better. You are incorrect. Hey, we kind of got to stop. Oh, no, he got first. Okay, I spoke too soon. Can we, like, force a turnover? I mean, we have guys who do it. If that strip sack actually had counted, we'd be winning. Instead, we're getting killed. It was like when you first opened the game up. So in that case, I guess, Madden chose to be lazy and racist. That could have been picked off. Cam Curl got to the ball too slow. Octi really drafted 2 X-Factor edge rushers thinking that was a good idea. What I should have done was drafted all offense. Because the defense isn't doing anything regardless of all of his talent, so I might as well have just drafted the offense and say, shoot, why not go for a Big 12 approach where we score 50 points a game and we allow 50 points a game. So normally I don't like to sim in the first half. I won't yet. But if we get stopped on the next drive, then we might turn this into a very early sim. How does the FSU and the Braves and the Chiefs keep their names? I have no idea how all that works. And I guess the Blackhawks as well. I don't know why those teams get to keep their names, but Washington and Cleveland don't. I think Florida State has, like, the blessing of, like, the Seminole tribe or something. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I think they would be in the clear, but the other teams, I don't really know. Because Washington is Dan Snyder. Anything to make Dan Snyder's life worse is a good thing. They did rename Arrowhead Stadium, but it's still Arrowhead Stadium. That's how everybody knows it. The Lakers and Clippers Arena is still the Staples Center. I don't care that you're naming it after your crypto thing. As we reach the 2-minute warning in the first half, things have not gotten better in the second quarter for our Minnesota Vikings, who are getting humiliated by the Washington Communists. I don't think Malik Willis has completed a pass yet. Nope, he's 0 for 4. He has not completed a pass, and none of his throws have been bad. So I don't get it. It's weird. He hasn't made any major mistakes. There we go. In the hands of scary Terry McLaurin. Florida State, Central Michigan, the Braves, and Kansas City have blessings of the tribe, but Washington and Cleveland don't have blessings. Okay, that would make sense. Yes, Malik actually runs, and he only gets like 5. But a run's a run. Time to go and try to acquire the ownership of the Broncos, and we won't have our interviews hung over like John Elway did with Flores a couple years ago. Malik with a... Oh, I was about to say with a dot, but it wasn't a dot. Don't disrespect the Commanders. We'll smack you all by 50 with Russell Wilson. Why do I think that's not true? I mean, that defense last year was kind of butt cheeks. What was that? Okay. I don't know why Malik Willis had to go for the off-balance throw. I mean, it worked. We completed the pass. But he didn't have to get fancy there. Bitcoin Stadium, home of LeBitcoin James and the Lakers. Malik is scrambling like a madman, and I love it. Now he's starting to get into a groove. Chippewas, I have no idea what a Chippewa is. So, I guess it is, but I know nothing about Central Michigan for the most part. Yeah, and then we have the throw like that. Well, we can't expect to be perfect here in year 1 with Malik Willis, but he has had some good throws tonight. Our alternative to this is Ian Book and Joe Flacco. So, who wears 9 again? Oh, that's Nico Collins at tight end. That's right. Are you going to take Susan's offer and get paid by crypto? That's going to be a big N-O. Sorry, Susan. As Antonio Gibson scores, we're finally on the board, and we started the ball in the second half. So, maybe, just maybe, we can get back in the game. Although Susan's probably going to rig it now because she doesn't get to pay me in crypto. Now she's not going to want my team to win on her website. 3 for 9, 55 yards. Baker would be 2 for 9 with 55 yards. Can we still do Tomahawk Tomps? That is a staple that made you love the... They still did it during the World Series, so... I guess. I mean, I'm not the one to... answer your question there. Play Joe Flacco. I'm not going to do that. The Browns swept the Bengals, including a blowout in Cincy. No, the Jets are the AFC champs. They beat the Bengals, and they beat the Rams last year, which was more impressive because Jared Goff is that dude. Okay, we don't need to see halftime, EA. Oh. Wow, it actually worked. Last stream, we had to go through the halftime thing both times. So this is where we can get back in the game. Our offense finally did something productive on the last drive. We know Madden's love for Apple through the past year or so has gone away. For those who were here in OFL 20, you know how much Madden absolutely loved him. Last year, that wasn't really the case. So, maybe we can kind of have that going this year. That's a good start. 19 for a Gibby. I want to see Bears! Kellen Mond versus Kellen Mond would be an experience to watch, I'll tell you that. Incoming pick 6. Thanks for jinxing them. Okay, another nice first down. Our offense is really starting to play a lot better. This is good. Now I just need to see our defense pick it up. Malik Willis again scrambling, gets nothing. Every pass play he's scrambled, and he still only has 5 rushing yards. Okay, we're not really in field goal range. What the heck? Okay, well, that was weird. 3rd and 6. Don't mess it up here, Willis. Oh, look at that. The field is wide open. Nobody chooses to block, but it doesn't matter. Because we still got the first down. I don't know why it was on play, but wait, what just happened? How did we get it to the 7? What? Malik, why didn't he run it in? He had the open lane. But hold on. What happened? 26-yard pass for Nico Collins that I didn't even get to see. How could I have cheated? You guys saw there's literally nothing that I did. I don't know how I could have rigged that. Blame EA, not me. Fullback. The game must have teleported. Le'Veon Bell is our fullback. I forgot about that. So I think what happened there was it was on play the moments, and it must have simulated that play, and it happened to be a good play for us. But no, there's no way I could have rigged that. Run it in, Malik. Outrun him. Okay, well, he got it to the 1. That was 3rd down? I thought that was 2nd down. And now we're going to kick a field goal from the 1-yard line. Yeah, I would have gone for it. It is a 1-score game, though, but I think that call is a mistake. Yes, my team has both Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. Dear Lord, how are we 2-0? We're going to start the year off like 8-0, or I guess 8-1, because we're probably not going to win this game. And then we're going to miss the playoffs because those two are just going to completely wreck the locker room. Yeah, our team has some characters. We also have Frank Clark as well. So by week 5, the locker room's going to be infested with guns. What other crazy people do we have? Oh, we have Henry Ruggs! So we have Ruggs, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Frank Clark all on the same team. There's no way that can go wrong, right? Blame the person with a broken controller. No, what happened was my controller just didn't turn on one day, and it hasn't worked since. And it's been like that for like 3 months. It's really weird. DK Metcalf is having a field day on us. The all-felon team. AB and Le'Veon aren't felons, though. They're not criminals. They're just wackos. So I guess Le'Veon's not that much of a wacko. He is a little bit. But, yeah, we've got some interesting individuals in the locker room. All I need is Josh Gordon and DeAndre Baker. AB got her. AB was charged with stuff in the past, but I don't know if he was like a full-on criminal. Most of the stuff he's done isn't illegal, it's just weird. No, I don't have Willie Gay on my team. Willie Gay's somewhere else, but Willie Gay is also... Was he a criminal? I think he was doing some shady stuff in college, but that might have been like academic stuff. If you're cheating on tests, that's not criminal stuff. No, he was arrested on a misdemeanor charge 2 weeks ago. Okay, never mind. So he is, I guess, technically a criminal. But he's not on a roster yet. Keyword is yet. My challenge for OFL 22 is just build a team of bad individuals. So, at quarterback, we're going to get Deshaun Watson. We already have Le'Veon Bell. Whatever running back's what I want, though. Ray Rice isn't in the game. Ooh, Kareem Hunt! Kareem Hunt. Ezekiel Elliott would work, too. We already have Henry Ruggs. We already have Antonio Brown, so the receivers are good. On defense, we can add DeAndre Baker. We already have Frank Clark. Yeah, AB, I think, did have allegations of some sort of assault. I'm not 100% sure. But either those charges were dropped or they just haven't been, like, a big deal. Octi, future all-criminal team. Since Jim Harbaugh might leave for the Vikings, I heard someone say Urban Meyer to Michigan. Imagine that! That would be wild. That would never happen. That'd be wild. Honestly, I know he's a great college coach, but if I'm a big program, I probably would not touch him with a 10-foot pole for right now just because his reputation is such a black eye. If that's a hold, I swear. Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. Now we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. I should rebrand as the Alcatraz Felons. I wish I could. Now it's up to Malik Willis to get the first down. He's going to launch a nuke down the field, and it is caught inside the 20 by Terry McLaurin. Malik Willis hasn't been perfect today, but there have been some beautiful throws. With the all-felon team also going to get Urban Meyer as the coach. Urban Meyer's not a felon, though. He's Urban Meyer. We'll say that. So the third quarter's in the books. We're kind of coming back. Kind of. What a yeet. Rolling down by 10, we have it in the red zone, so it's good to see that. Oh, Damon Arnett! That's who we need! Apple, you better give me Damon Arnett. He'd be the perfect addition to my all-criminals team. That'd be perfect. With him and Frank Clark, the amount of weapons in our locker room would be nuts. Yeah, Urban Meyer's not a felon. He's just dumb. And Coach O is the OC. Coach O's not a felon. Do we have Elmo's World as the Dallas head coach? Elmo is... Wait, is he? No, I don't think I was able to fix that. Well, I guess I'll try again today. Hopefully it works. As Marcus Golden is hurt. 3rd and 3. I would like to throw the ball. I don't really trust our rush offense. Okay, good. Good. Good! Touchdown! Is Rashad Bateman 81 or is that AB? I can't really tell. Oh, it's AB! Antonio Brown makes it a one-score game with 8:47 left. Get Elway as the quarterback coach. Vikings are going to go from playing at US Bank Stadium to the Minneapolis Penitentiary. Once Apple gets back, we're making sure I get Damon Arnett on my team. And Mark Walton. I have not seen that name in a minute. So what? Didn't he get drafted by the Bengals and was like cut immediately after or something for doing something stupid? He was good at Miami, but I don't think he's been picked up since. Oh, he was on the Dolphins. His Wikipedia picture is a mugshot, so we're already off to a flying start. Oh yeah, there's a whole section for legal issues. In 2021, he was arrested for trying to break into a Pizza Hut window. Mark Walton, what a guy. He probably wasn't able to do it fast enough because he only has 4.6 speed for a running back. What about Cody? Well, Cody Latimer is not on my team, but I guess he'd be a good fit. I don't know exactly what he did, but if you're a criminal, you belong with the Vikings. Malik McDowell, that makes sense. Although Malik, what he did was just weird. I mean, there are some like I get robbery. I'm not encouraging it, but people have their reasons. What he did was just foul. I don't know how a person could be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this tonight. Doing what Malik McDowell did. I'm not going to say it, but you can Google it. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why he would choose to rob a Pizza Hut of all places, but clearly he's not the brightest. If your Wikipedia picture is your mugshot, it's probably not a good sign. It's also not a good sign for whoever our defensive coordinator is to keep a job tomorrow. Do I want Laramie Tunsil? I would love Laramie Tunsil. Yes, please. O.J. Simpson has to be our new DC. That's what we need. It was not a Chuck E. Cheese, but I think it was like a children's learning facility or something. But, I mean, that's pretty much a Chuck E. Cheese. Now our coverage is good. Now it's doing something. They're not really in field goal range, and even if they did make a field goal, it'd still be a one-possession game. 3rd and 10. No first downs here, fellas. That's... Oh, we stopped them, I think. They're going to go for it, though, aren't they? They should. Good tackle, Chidobe. They got to go for it. Yep, that's the right call. That man was sober. That man was so... I almost hope he wasn't. Oh, it's a pass. What? What? Incomplete. No flags. Good stop. We might actually come back and win this game. Can Malik Willis, the rookie with 6 minutes to go, lead the offense down the field? Our offense started off really poorly, but ever since then, they've been red hot. And that's a good start. Gain of 16 for Terry McLaurin, who's been far and away the best receiver today, which I guess makes sense. He is our best receiver, so I would hope so. He's the commies coach, Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan wouldn't make sense for the commies because once you're in the Kyle Shanahan doghouse, there's no getting out. So therefore, everybody is not equal in the eyes of Kyle Shanahan. Kareem Hunt is making a school for kickers, guys. It's called Kareem Hunt's Kicking Academy. Do they kick footballs or do they kick women? I'm sorry. I had to make that joke. I was given a layup. You got to take the layup. How many yards does McLaurin have? It feels like he has like 150. Ayuk, for example, yes, Ayuk was in the doghouse the first half of the year, and then Kyle Shanahan, said, you know what, this guy is actually really good. Octi was right the whole time. Michael Vick, Zach Stacy, both of those would be fitting acquisitions. First and goal, can Apple complete the choke? Well, that's not a good start. Can we throw the ball? Please. Also, we should probably try to chew clock because we have it on the goal line. That's not really chewing clock. All right, don't run the ball. This could be a run. You've got Terry McLaurin one-on-one. He's been making contested catches all day. You know what? Just don't listen to me. Run the ball and score the touchdown. I'll take it. So the Minnesota Vikings take the lead with 3:19 to go. After starting down 17-0, the Vikings have stormed all the way back to take the lead. Yeah, Kareem Hunt was hit first, and then he kicked back. So what he did still wasn't right, but technically, he wasn't the one who started the altercation, as far as I know. Zach deserves to... Zach wouldn't have played again because he's just not that good. But now it's that he shouldn't be in civilized society again for what he did, because that video was... If you didn't see it, it was pretty bad. Yeah, Aldrich Rosas did some stuff, so... That old Giants kicker as well, I forget his name. He's not in the league anymore, but he hit his wife. Some old 5'10" bald kicker you think would be the most least intimidating person in the world. You know, the guy you let your daughter date. First guy in, last guy out mentality, you know, sneaky athletic. Hit his wife. Jackson Mahomes at Bull Ride. Did you guys see the Jackson Mahomes video? After Kansas City lost, he was in like a club or something. Him and this chick were sitting on like a bull, and he was riding the bull with the woman sitting in his lap. So, I think we're all a little bit confused because we thought Jackson Mahomes wasn't into that kind of stuff. But there you go. It was quite the video. Apparently, Jackson Mahomes is straight. I didn't think he was either. But there was a lady sitting on his lap, and he was riding the ball. So, I guess he is. As we've reached the 2-minute warning, even though the Vikings are up by 4, all we really care about is Jackson Mahomes' sexuality, apparently. Jackson Mahomes was, in fact, grinding away. Herbert hit as he throws. Oh, that was right in his mitts. I don't know who dropped that. Malik Willis is firing up his teammates after the dropped interception. Jackson Mahomes grind better than the Urban Meyer grind. I don't know if I'd go that far. The Urban Meyer grind is a classic, although Jackson Mahomes is up there. Gonna eat dinner. Have fun eating dinner, Chief. Well, I thought that was a first down, but it wasn't. 3rd and inches. This game's not over. We haven't gotten the win yet. Washington is charging down the field. Their offense is not the reason why they've choked this game. Their offense in the second half, even though they scored 3 points, they haven't played poorly. I trust our offense right now, but I don't trust our defense. Ooh, I thought that was going to be caught. They have T. Higgins and DK Metcalf, keep in mind. So they have multiple guys who are big-bodied receivers who can get up there. Riding something he would do, hanging with a woman, is not. Exactly. The more you know, I guess. Jackson Mahomes is into women. Washington does not use any of their timeouts. And that's not a bad thing, because that means we'll have less time. Herbert. Incomplete flag. That was a late flag. I don't know if it'll be a hold. Of course it is. We've gotten killed by penalties today. We've been absolutely killed. So Washington, who's running 5 wide for whatever reason, should be able to punch it in here. All right. Who scored the touchdown there? It looks like it was DK Metcalf, who has been a beast today, showing off the dance moves. Washington takes a 3-point lead with 39 seconds. We do have all 3 of our timeouts. Field goal ties, touchdown wins. Can Malik Willis lead the game-winning drive? Maybe don't commit penalties. Maybe Apple should stop bribing the refs because they have been riding Washington all day. I mean, if anyone's going to throw a Hail Mary, I mean, Malik Willis and Justin Herbert both do have cannons. Wish I got to see the Jackson Mahomes video sooner. I think I saw it today, and it just completely caught me off guard. Because I don't think he ever said that he isn't straight, but I think it was just kind of assumed. There's a good start. Call time. Don't go no huddle and then call time. And that's exactly what we do because this game is stupid. You would think I would have... Exactly. You'd think I would be the one who bribes the refs, but no! The refs are D-riding Washington. Down to 30 seconds. All we need is field goal range. A field goal is a successful drive. Dude, what are you doing? We should be grateful that that was incomplete. Jack Fox is technically a punter, so I don't really know how to feel about him kicking, even though he does have good kicking ratings. I'm a little bit worried. 2nd and 10, 23 seconds and 2 timeouts. Don't get sacked, please. Okay, go out of bounds. Go out of bounds, Malik. Good. That's a good play. So we're probably, I would say, realistically, about 7-ish yards away from field goal range. With 16 seconds and 2 timeouts. There's no way we fumble the clock here. There's no way. Okay. Don't try to do anything crazy. Just go up the middle, take your 10 yards, and take the kick. That's all we have to do right now. Okay, that's fine. With 6 seconds and a timeout, I would run another play. If we don't run another play, I won't be mad. Okay, that's fine. 53-yard attempt. Wait, was it a 53-yarder? 54 yards. This is no guarantee. Jack Fox for the tie. I have a bad feeling. And it is short. And Washington's going to try to return it. Hit stick, hit stick. Nope. Alrighty, there's your ball game. The Cinderella comeback falls short. And the Washington football team improves to 3-0 on the season. We should have ran another play there. We had enough time to go for a quick 5-yard pass. Why is Jack Fox posing for pictures? Dude, you just missed the game winner. I can't get too mad. We were completely out of this game, and we came back, nearly won. I got to see that last kick, though, if it'll let me see it. Jack Fox missed a negative 87-yard field goal, apparently. So how short was it? Oh, it wasn't even close. I think it's because he's listed as a punter. Even though his kicking ratings are good, I think you actually have to be listed at kicker to be a good kicker in this game. So I guess I'm going to move his position after the stream. Justin Herbert was very good. Malik Willis, I think, was quite impressive, too. I do need Kareem Hunt to do my kicks from now on. Both teams ran the ball pretty well. I liked what I saw from A. Gibby. In the receiving game, I would say the main standouts were DK Metcalf and Terry McLaurin, both of whom were very good. AB also had a great game. Both pass rushers were kind of quiet. Would have liked to have seen more from Garrett and Mack. Maybe get an actual kicker. Well, here's the thing, Chief. If I move him to kicker, his ratings will be exactly the same. The only difference is that kick from 54 to tie would go in. All right, I'm going to try to make the bats coach real quick, see if it works now. And if it doesn't, or once it does, we will simulate. Who will win the toilet bowl? Not the Jets. Didn't you predict your team to go 13-4, Garrett? Yeah, it still doesn't work. All right, it's sim time. Watches Jackson Mahomes get a lap dance, switch his phone to left hand. Okay, I didn't see anything. We're not looking at the scores. No. Didn't see anything. All right. The 49ers are 0-3. They lost by 1 point. 1. Ouch. Jordan Love only threw 1 interception. Baker Mayfield actually threw 3. He threw 3 interceptions, and the Chargers still won the game. Nick Chubb was good. Brian Robinson scores twice. Sterling Shepard, hello. Hunter Renfrow and Cooper Kupp. It's the battle of the sneaky athletes. The guys you let your daughter date. The first one in, last guy out mentality. Cooper Kupp and Hunter Renfrow are the poster boys of that. The Giants win their first game of the year, 38-35 over Detroit. Despite all the points, neither quarterback was that great. I guess both teams ran the ball really well. Holy touchdowns. Saquon had 3. So the Lions, I believe, were 2-0. So now they're 2-1. The Huskies lose to the Bears 28-7. So Toronto is now 0-3. Patrick Mahomes has not been good so far. 38% of his passes completed. Youch, that's not very good. At least the Huskies are going to be able to have a high draft pick. Oh, wait. No, they don't. It belongs to the Beats. The Jaguars win their first game of the year, beating the Black Knights 31-21. So London's reign of terror appears to be done after 2 weeks. Zach Wilson and Jalen Hurts were both fine. Derrick Henry had himself a day, per usual. The Jets lose to the Dolphins 23-20. The Jets are now 0-3, and the Dolphins are now 3-0. The not Sam Howell-led, but the Marcus Mariota-led Dolphins haven't been too bad. The Huskies trade all those picks for Patrick Mafarad. They should have learned from OFL 21. Cam Akers and Jonathan Taylor were both quite good. Watch the Jets start off 0-4, and then Garrett will need his team to win out to get his prediction right. Panthers lose to the Shamrocks 24-41. Carolina is now 0-3. We have a lot of 0-3 teams here. Lamar Jackson was quite good. Jared Goff, not so much. 3 touchdowns for Elijah Mitchell. So Portland, I believe, is what? 2-1, I want to say. 2 sacks for Tank Lawrence. Interception for Foyesade Oluokun. The Browns beat New England 20-14. Fairly close one. Another solid performance from rookie Matt Corral. Trevor Lawrence, meanwhile, not as good as his start to the year. Elijah Moore at a 65-yarder. No Jamar Chase, though. What is that about? Did Jamar Chase get hurt? That could be it, or he just didn't get the ball. Which would be odd. The Salt Lake City Pioneers are 3-0. They beat Seattle 49-45. So we're getting the same Joe Burrow that we got from last year as he beats his former head coach, RMP. Burrow and Kyler were both fantastic. Joe Mixon with a big game, averaging 9 yards a pop. Alexander Madison was quite good as well. Marquez Callaway, Keenan Allen, Corey Davis among the standouts receiving. Juju scored twice as well. Can I switch teams? Marcus Davenport, 2.5 sacks. The Vikings did not win. Unfortunately, we lost 24-27. The Rams are 0-3. They allow 49 points to the Falcons, so it seems like Atlanta losing week 1 might have been a fluke. And it appears them and Aaron Rodgers are right back in business. Yeah, but the injury symbol doesn't show up on this screen. It'll show up if you're checking out the scoreboard when you're still in the game, but when you're on this scoreboard screen, it won't show. So Jamar Chase could be injured. Miles Sanders, 3 touchdowns. Chase could also not be injured. He might have just not gotten the ball. So we'll have to check that out. The Ravens lose to the Saints 22-14. My MVP pick, Trey Lance, had another bad game. But his team is 3-0. He's doing something right. So the Saints have to have probably the worst 3-0 start you'll see, because Trey Lance has not been good. But they're winning games. The Tigers lose to the Bison 28-21, so Oklahoma City will take first place in the division for now, I believe. Right? Because the Wizards are obviously not in first. And the Jaguars aren't either, so yeah. Ryan Tannehill outplays Tom Brady. Jameson Williams, a big game. Two sacks for Barnett, 1.5 for Perion Winfrey, who's having a great Senior Bowl, I hear, by the way. The Whiz Kids are 0-3. They do score 28, but they allow 38 to Elmo's World and the Austin Bats. Dakota Rain Prescott with 3 touchdowns. Or is it Rain Dakota Prescott? I don't know. Matthew Stafford was all right. Kareem Hunt outplays Jaden Jackson. Did that say Odell Beckham had 3 touchdowns, or am I blind? 4 catches, 20 yards, 3 touchdowns. Huh. That's something. That's something. The Aviators beat the Beats 37-27 in a battle of rookie quarterbacks. Columbus is now 2-1. Brady Boatwell threw 5 interceptions. Yikes. Hold on. Hold on. Let's open up Brady Boatwell's player creator thing. What was one of his weaknesses? Not the most accurate thrower, bad at reading defenses. Boom. 5 interceptions. Although he did throw for a lot of yards and 3 touchdowns. Taysom. Oh, why is Taysom starting? Why does Taysom Hill keep starting? I'm so confused. Huh. Weird. Because Carson Strong's rated higher than him. So that doesn't really make sense. Whatever. Two interceptions for Jair Alexander, 1 for Anthony Averett, Devondre Campbell for Brooklyn, Stephon Gilmore, Deshaun Elliott, and Dante Jackson for Brooklyn. All right, I don't think we have a whole lot more left. The Bucks beat the Cardinals 21-10. Tampa Bay is 2-1. Derek Carr was solid. Carson Wentz, not so much. He throws 4 picks. DeAndre Hopkins with a big game. Taysom said, nah, I'm good. I think the Aviators coach might just be Sean Payton. That'd be the only explanation for why Taysom Hill is starting. 2 interceptions for Alex Anzalone, 2 for Tyrann Mathieu. Wow. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 42-21. So Kansas City is now 2-1. Another big game from Josh Allen. A lot of bad quarterback play, indeed. A lot of bad quarterback play and a lot of running backs with 3 touchdowns. It's been a weird week. Deontay Harris, the former Diablo, with a big game. Can't relate. Facts. Oh, I thought the Dolphins were 2-0. I'm stupid. That was New England. And only New England. Is that it? Yep, that's everyone. All right. So week 3 is now in the books. If your team got a win this week, you are #lame. Imagine winning this week. Players of the week, Kyler Murray and Joe Burrow, who played against each other, along with Alex Anzalone and Foyesade Oluokun. So now we go into week 4. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Finally, 1. The Browns are 1, so Nick gets to pick his jerseys. We'll see if the 3-0 Browns are legit or if they are going to, in typical Nick fashion, go 9-8. Although last year, when Nick was the Thunderbirds, his teams always started the year off super poorly and then were good at the end of the year. So now that they're starting the year off strong, who knows? New X Factors are JT, Kyler Murray, and others. Does Kyler Murray deserve X Factor? I mean, he's the 3rd best quarterback in his division, so... Normal all whites. Okay, imagine that's what you want. So as the game loads, I'm going to fill up my drink, and I will be right back. Don't blow the place up while I'm gone. Blown up in the past minute. Oh, I see a kaboom. That's not a good sign. Considering the microphone was unplugged, I don't know how anything could have been heard, but whatever. Me and my monkey. Parsons got X Factor. That makes sense. I would imagine Jamar Chase is probably in there too. So the Browns special teams with some loud noise as Baltimore starts out at the 12, and we take a look at quarterback Justin Fields, who's gotten off to a slow start this season, but maybe he picks it up here in a watch game. I feel like Justin Fields is the type of player to be good in watch. So we'll see. Okay, let's see the new list of X Factor players. I'm curious. They tagged Justin Jefferson, so it appears he finally has one. Oh, is it not going to say? Is Madden just going to be mean? Huh. Oh, well. Nice pass up the middle. Justin Fields worse than Kellen Mond. I mean, in the OFL so far, I can't really disagree with that. Kellen Mond has been quite good. Justin Fields, for the most part, hasn't. Now, remember, Fields was the worst quarterback in the semi-year, and he hasn't looked too impressive through 3 games this season. Zeke hasn't gotten a whole lot going, though. Third and 9. Look at Fields go running for the first down. He did get it. So far, the Ravens' offense doesn't look too bad. I mean, they have plenty of talent and plenty of former Buckeyes. It'd be a little bit more fitting if this game was in Cleveland, but these two teams do play each other again this year, and I think it's pretty soon. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's within the next, few weeks. Dak has X Factor? That's a bad one. How are they going to give Dak an X Factor? I mean, how many quarterbacks in the NFL deserve X Factor? Like 5 or 6? In that case, Dak shouldn't touch it. And neither should Kyler. Matthew Stafford is better than both of them. You could argue Kyler, but he is definitely better than Dak Prescott. Week 6, yeah, so I guess next stream, there you go. What if that game wins the vote again? That'd be kind of funny. Were you able to update? Yep, everything has been updated. The depth charts, schemes, trades, position changes, everything was updated before the stream, so it should be all good. Blitz radar. That's ironic because last time he had to try to get away from pressure, he ran up the middle for 15 yards and his team lost. They gave Diggs superstar. I don't have a major issue with them giving Trayvon Diggs superstar. I feel like he's the type of player who should have abilities, even if he isn't really considered a superstar level player. Can we put a QB spy on Fields, Browns defensive coordinator? Nah, I don't really feel like it. You guys need Reggie Peters in the game going after the quarterback. Gee whiz. Fields is going to run with it once more. Justin Fields has some wheels, and the Browns are either rushing everybody or having everybody go back deep in coverage, which leaves the middle of the field wide open and gives Fields room to go. Oh, fumble! That's a fumble? He did not have possession, I don't think, but regardless, what an unbelievable hit. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, was he the one who forced the fumble? I got to see this replay again. Okay, my stream is behind. Hold on. If that stands, what a goddamn hit by JOK. Was it Yep, JOK just popped it out. No review. Wow. So Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah forces a huge turnover. The play stands, and now we see Matt Corral, Javonte Williams, and the Browns offense. Hold on. I do want to check what the deal is with Jamar Chase. Is he actually injured? No, but Christian Barmore is, and he's not going to return. What? Oh, shoot. I pressed the wrong button. This is awkward. So, I just costed them a timeout. Okay, what are we supposed to do now? I did not mean to do that, obviously. I apologize. Now it's not even letting me pause the game. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do? It's not even letting me pause. How am I supposed to make up for this? This has never happened before. It's not even letting me pause. Okay, I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but I have an idea. Is there any chance I can player lock one of the linemen? No. Could I player lock the receiver? Yes. Perfect. Okay. You're welcome for the block. I actually, no. Can I switch team? No, I can't. Because I was going to say I could make the Ravens use a timeout. But I can't switch. Okay, so we're just going to act like nothing happened. And if that timeout ends up costing the Browns the game, we will reprimand Nick in some way. But if Javonte Williams is going to run like that, then it won't be an issue. This is why Ethernet is... But this is why you're getting this ratio. That was a late flag. But it didn't look like a face mask animation. Yeah, it's a hold. How can you say I'm cheating? I helped you guys by making the Browns lose a timeout. I accidentally helped the Ravens. So, as Matt Corral is thrown to the ground. Who was 29? Did he just stick up the finger? Trade him, Scary Terry. I'm not going that far. I'm not losing anything on my team. I'm saying maybe one of his players gets like a boost, or maybe David Ajabo gets his X Factor early. But that's only if it costs them the game. If the Browns lose by 14 or something, or if they win, then I won't. Why is Fackrell playing? I guess because players rotate in and out. Not all 11 starters are going to play every down. What's more surprising, Eagles making the Super Bowl or the Bengals? Definitely the Eagles, because the Bengals are actually good. 4th and 1, no surprise here. They're going to go for it. Is that DeAndre Swift in the backfield? Well, whoever it is just got stuffed. No, it was Javonte. I think they do have Swift with turf tape in this game, so that's why I thought that. But they got the stop. Not a bad play call. Javonte Williams is the power back, but it didn't work. We don't need to see Justin Fields running. We know he has legs. Gang, let me back out, damn it. Okay, there we go, finally. So now the Ravens have it back. A weird start to the quarter with the Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah hit and fumble, and then the Browns get stopped on 4th down. And they threw the challenge flag. Throw in air quotes. Second and 6, play action. Fields goes short. That'll end the first quarter. A weird start, no score. I think we're going to have ourselves a pretty good game. Classic AFC North where nobody scores. This game's going to end up like 10-7, isn't it? Fields is 6 for 6, but he has like 30 yards. Not even, he has 28. I search up Darius Leonard the next second, a 6'3", 230-pound man with hella tats is wanted in your area. Seek shelter. What if it was the real Darius Leonard? Although I don't think he's 230. I also don't think he's 6'3". I think he's quite a bit smaller. Nick Bosa brings down the QB. Oh, Darius Leonard is 6'2", 229. That's not too far off. Third and 14. We'll see if we have another stop here for Cleveland. Bosa's in the zone. Bosa's chasing after Fields, but Fields has wide open room, slides inside the 30. What a run by Justin Fields, whose legs have been quite solid. Darius Leonard is in your area. If I were you, find a football and duct tape it to yourself. Because Darius Leonard is going to hit stick that thing out if you don't duct tape it. Y'all acting like Justin Fields didn't run into Bosa. Justin Fields just running wherever he wants. I mean, a sack is a sack, though. Even if you ran into him, a sack is a sack. Defensive coordinator is fired. Your defensive coordinator is allowed 0 points. So, yeah. Second and 9, handoff for Zeke. Not much. Maybe a yard. Or 2. Ravens keep Fields alone in the backfield. Interesting call. They have open room up the field. Is he going to run with it? No, he scrambles, goes short. Another big hit by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. No fumble, but he does get the stop, and I think this is going to be a field goal. If I don't get to see the Bears play next week, I'm a riot. Well, it depends on who they play against, which I have no idea who that is. So I can't confirm nor deny if they'll be on the poll or not. So we finally have points for Ravens lead at 3-0. JOK has in fact been an animal today, I can confirm. You know, he should be on my team right now, but because Nick is mean, that's not how things work. Javonte Williams with a good first down run. Petition for a Bears logo. So what, I take a screenshot of the Bears thing? If that's the case, yeah, sure. I'll do it. Javonte just stiff arms a man and gets 21. Javonte Williams is running like a madman. If he had converted that fourth down, he'd be having a flawless day. Where is Anthony Schwartz? Not on the Browns. He plays for the Tigers. Second and 4, Matt Corral. We really have not seen him throw the ball a whole lot as he gets a dart for Jalen Waddle, who brings it to the 7. We've seen no incompletions today. None. Matt Corral is perfect. Justin Fields is perfect. Impressive stuff. There is a regular Bears logo, yes. As Javonte trucks his way. He might have 69 rushing yards, I think, because he had 62 on his last carry. If that's how math works, Javonte Williams with 69 yards and a score to put Cleveland up 7-3. The Bears reload last year, but no, they're actually here this year. So the Ravens have about 3 minutes. That is more than enough time to do something. The question is, will they actually do it? Short gain of nothing. Again, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah with another play. He really should be on my team right now. The things I'd do to have Owusu-Koramoah. Justin Fields is 10 for 10 and he only has 59 yards. But he's ran the ball well. What a weird game. Hugh Jackson has reportedly joined Brian and Flores in the suing. Hugh Jackson's thing isn't race, though. His thing was about the Browns paying him to tank, like how the Dolphins were. So, continuing to add twists and turns in that situation as we have our first incompletion of the game for either team. I mean, they didn't even need to pay Hugh Jackson to lose those games. Those teams were awful, and Hugh Jackson didn't really help. At least in Brian Flores' case, he's a good coach, so there's a reason to pay him. I wouldn't say you guys are screwed yet. You're only down by 4. Corral goes short again, that time for Jamar Chase, who has been quiet again today. His first catch. That's his first catch of the stream because he didn't have any in week 3. Corral under pressure. It is sacked. Who is the Ravens' X-Factor pass rusher? I guess that'd be Chandler Jones who makes the play. Third and 13. They're just going to run the ball, yo. And Javonte gets nothing. That'll force the Ravens to flush a timeout, though. If missing the timeout costs us point, I don't think it will. Yeah, no, the missed timeout, unless you guys get the ball back, the missed timeout will mean nothing. I don't think, if the Browns wanted to call timeout on that drive, they would have. So, I don't think it made an impact. If the Browns get it back, then maybe, we'll see. But if they don't, then no. So, just to cover myself, I hope they don't get it back. Hold on to it, Ravens. Keep the ball for the rest of the half, please. I don't care if you score. Just don't let the Browns get it back. So that way I can be off the hook. Bears-Vikings game would be good. I expect it will be good. Watch the Bears beat us by like 40 now. Fields under pressure, throws it away. It was Nick Bosa who was in the backfield. I don't get a 3rd and 4. So if the Ravens don't get it, then not having that timeout might actually be kind of a big deal. Fields launches a prayer. Down. Field incomplete. Oh, boy. 29 seconds. The Browns have 2 timeouts. Please, Cleveland, either don't do anything, or if you're going to score, make it quick. Okay, they're down at the 14. That's pretty bad field position. I would expect them to run the ball. Did you win last game? You guys lost. So you are now 1-2. Okay, they are going to pass. That was a bad pass. Will they pass again? With only 21 seconds, I don't know. Maybe. They will. Corral goes short for, I think that would be Swift. Yeah, Cleveland just doesn't think they're going to score. Because they would have called a timeout. So, using the first timeout proves not to be a big deal, but it is the Browns who lead at halftime 7-3 in a typical defense AFC North battle. Because AFC North is obsessed with defense. I think Cleveland starts with the ball in the second half. No, back out! Well, I guess we'll... Oh, it did back out. Okay. No Bears. Here, I'll take a screenshot of the previous stream for Bears, just so we can have that emote. So the Browns have it back. Their offense has been... Well, I guess it's been better than Baltimore's. Does that say a whole lot? No. No, it doesn't. Stafford. I almost said Stafford. Where did I get Stafford from? Corral gets it to Jalen Waddle. As Dylan Radunes is hurt for Cleveland. There is Swifty. Again, not getting much. Did not mean to send that, or did you? Stop injuring our players. They've injured like 2 of them. It's not a lot. Jalen Waddle's been the go-to target this game. He has, I think, 2 or 3 catches. He has 2 on this drive, and I know he had 1 earlier. He has 4. There you go. Not a whole lot of Jamar Chase, not a whole lot of Elijah Moore. I don't think I've said his name once today. Has a team ever gone undefeated? No. We've never had a team go undefeated, and we've never had a team go winless. We have been close before, but we have never had anyone go perfect or go imperfect. Corral sends it deep and complete. The amount of deep passes I've seen through the first 4 weeks has been quite a lot, which is good. There are way more yeets than in Madden 21, which I like. Corral misfires, I think, for Waddle. We just can't stop anything. Right as he says that, boom, stop. We might have a what a punt. What a punt! Down to the 7, it's Johnny Hecker. The second best punter in the OFL. The first one missed a game-winning field goal short this week. So maybe he's not the best. Zeke gets himself out of safety range with 5, so unless Justin Fields runs in the end zone, then I think they'll be fine. All hail King Johnny, first of his name. He's definitely not for first Johnny. Hate to break it to you. Johnny Sins exists, so there you go. Don't know why that was the first example that came to my head, but we're going to roll with it. So far, so good for the Ravens. Fields still doesn't even have 100 passing yards, though, on 17 passes. Is that impressive, almost? That's a little bit impressive. Zeke is stuffed. I don't know who stuffed him, but that was a good play. 3rd and 3, back to Zeke. Ooh, I think he got it. He got it by the skin of his teeth. That was close. Thanks, Hecker, but your defense is allowed 3 points, though. Bosa cannot outrun the speedster Justin Fields. Fields is averaging a good 12 yards per run, and he's averaging like 5 yards a pass. What a weird day for him. The Ravens are slowly but surely moving it. They're having a nice drive. If this is an AFC North football, I don't know what is. I'm back with food and I see nothing has changed. No, because the AFC North is weird like that. The Ravens have just been trying to run it down their throats, and it's kind of working. Third and 6. Field stays in the pocket. Now he rolls out on the run. Incomplete. Way off. He actually tried to throw it deep for one. So that was a long drive. That lasted like a good 5 minutes. And the Ravens get nothing. Are we going to get another what a punt? What a punt! He says what Johnny Hecker can do, I can do better as it goes to the 4. It's for Ravens. What else they would do? It's a typical Ravens and Browns game. Javonte Williams has been the best player on the field today. He has been awfully impressive. Incomplete. Who is 36? That's a good question. I don't know. Another nice run for Javonte. He's almost at 100 yards on only 11 touches. 3rd and 1. They got to feed the ball to big 33 and get out the way. Yup. Well, they didn't. They did the first part. They fed on the ball, but they didn't get out the way. Wrapped up for a loss by Chandler Jones. So neither offense is moving at all. I think the only way either of these offenses will get something going is if you just take the defenses off the field. Are we going to have another what a punt? What a punt! Our last 3 punts have gone to the 7, then the 4, and now the 2. No wonder these teams can't go anywhere. They're starting with the worst field position. This game is just a punt off. Neither offense is able to do anything, so they're just punting it. Whoever gets worse field position loses. That's literally the AFC North in a nutshell. I apologize earlier for saying Javonte was the best player on the field because Johnny Hecker is that dude. Oh no, David Ojabo is hurt with 1 second left in the quarter. Does he go to a locker room, though? That's the question. No, he does not, so he's fine. Fields keeps it on an option. It's actually a design run. And he doesn't get much. It seems like his only good runs are when the defense doesn't expect it. So as we close the third quarter, no score change. Just more AFC North grinded out football. And off for Ezekiel Elliott up the middle. He breaks tackles with a good run. Is Fields going to do it again? No, he only gets like 4, right? And now Elijah Vera Tucker is hurt. Both teams are losing players to injuries left and right. Neither offense can move anywhere. It is literally a punt off, but with drama in between. Another option, Fields is stuffed. I don't know who that is. Is that Jamin Davis probably? I think he is superstar. Yep. Jamin Davis, who has 7 tackles today. 3rd and 7. Justin Fields finds the open hole. Down the field. Pun intended. Slide to the 32. The Browns will just not learn. They're not keeping anybody back to make sure Fields doesn't do that. He has to have 100 rushing yards by now. And I don't even know if he has 100 passing yards. This is like literally the most Ravens-like game ever. How many times do I have to say run a QB spot? How about you code yourself into the game and tell your coach that? That's literally the only way they'll do it. We have another 3rd down. The Ravens have been good on 3rd downs, even though they only have 3 points. Hey, they actually kind of ran a QB spy. They had one of their linebackers back deep, and they're going to go for it. I don't think this is a bad call. I'm just a little bit surprised by that. And it works. Calvin Ridley, I believe, to the 17. And now we have another injury. Dear Lord, it's Javon Kinlaw, I think, this time. This literally has to be the ugliest game of football ever. And it's enjoyable. As he goes to the locker room, that is not good. Injury bowl, baby. Jawan Taylor is hurt. There's another one. The injury slider isn't that high. Biggest drive of the game, and we lay an egg. Knowing how this game is going, you guys are going to get a stop. Watch. 3rd and 8. Fields under pressure. Going to do it again. Oh, but he doesn't get the 1st down, though. 11 carries for 111 yards. That's a lot of ones. Just like how today is 2-2-22. There's a lot of 2s. Hand off to the fullback. He got it. And he gained like 8. What a run by Juice. Kyle Juszczyk. Can the Ravens finally score a touchdown after all this time? Hand off for Zeke. No. And now Shaquem Griffin is hurt. How many injuries are we going to have today? Jesus Christ, this is unbelievable. 2nd and goal. Fields on the option, fitting that he's the one who scores it. And the Baltimore Ravens take the lead. Their first of the day? I guess? I don't know. With 4:31 left to go. Our first points of the entire second half. Everyone knew it was a run except for us. Everybody who has a pulse knew they were going to run the ball. So now the offense is actually going to have to, do something. They have not done anything in the second half. DC is out. Is he, though? What a hit! So Cleveland starts at the 18. Not the best of field position. They should just give the ball to Javonte. They still have time to run the ball. There's no reason to rush. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Matt Corral started the game off strong, but he has not played particularly well here in the second half. 3rd and 4. Corral. Incomplete. That was a good throw, but the receiver was unable to hold on. They got to punt it here. You can't go for it at the 24. Yeah, they're going to punt. The Browns really were given an easy chance to win the game, and they have laid an egg. 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. You see rough game. I see lots of XP, but he'd have a lot of XP anyway. So, Corral is a double agent. Fields, read option, first down, gets pounded. Nice hit by 31. I don't know who that is, but that was a nice hit. The Ravens have 221 rushing yards, over half of which are by Fields, who fumbles it, and it's picked up by Cleveland. Wow! Carl Nassib picks up the ball. Nick Bosa rips it away, and it's Carl Nassib who jumps on the ball. He's never done that before. I'm sorry, I had to. Yeah, that ball was clean out, no review. This game just got real interesting. With a quality Carl Nassib joke. Oh, okay. That was weird, but they gained 9. Jamar Chase is a non-factor because the balls don't have white stripes. What a great preseason quote when everybody thought he sucked. Oh my, he just got lit up. And Dylan Radunes is hurt again. I thought the receiver got hurt there. Bosa and Gay Nassib working together. You never thought you'd see the day, but here we are. That was Tommy Tremble. Tommy Tremble looked like he got his knee popped out of place. Clock sets at 2:30 from the 15. Handoff for, I think, Swift. Yeah, because Swift's got the hair. Classic Ravens game in a nutshell. As we make it to the 2-minute warning, we've got ourselves a nail-biter here in Baltimore, Maryland. The Browns are down 10-7, but they have it at the 9-yard line. 2nd and 3. Nothing for Javonte. A 1-second runoff. Wow, they got back quick. 3rd and 2. Corral looks to throw it. End zone overthrown. I think they're going to take the points. Should they take the points? Yeah, probably. With how the offense is going in this game, I would say that's the right call. Imagine living in Maryland. Imagine. So Justin Fields and the Ravens have about a minute 45-ish, give or take. Minute 44. And all 3 timeouts. Why did we run no huddle? Because the game assumes you should go no huddle. When you obviously have no need to. Is Justin Fields going to start the drive of a run? Would you look at that? Tickle me pink. He only gets 4 though. The Browns have defended the QB run better. I wouldn't say well, but better. Did you guys not learn from Toronto last year? Another injury. It's Roach. Cleveland has literally had their entire team get hurt. Or so it feels. 3rd and inches. Big play. Fields under pressure. Bosa cannot sack him. And there goes Fields down the sideline. That should have been a sack. Instead, it's a gain of 18. Was he limping? Or was he jumping? This is literally like Lamar Jackson. This is literally a Ravens offense in a nutshell. Fields has more rushing yards than passing yards by now. Damn, he probably has more rushing attempts than passing attempts at this rate. Granderson gets the sack, although it's not much of a sack. The Ravens really do not want to use any of their timeouts. Fields chucks it up for the heavens in the end zone, incomplete. That would have been nuts. Hey, if Jason Sanders. Ooh, boy. That's a good kicker. 3rd and 12, 32 seconds. From the 45. Fields connects with Ezekiel Elliott. I don't think he got it. Cleveland called a timeout. What do you do here on 4th and inches on the opposing 44? They're going to punt. That's probably the right call. It's risky, but I think that might be the smart call. Because if you don't get it, then Cleveland probably wins in regulation. So I imagine Cleveland runs the clock out and we head to overtime bearing something wild. So it looks like 2 of our first 4 games of the year that have been watched will go to OT. Or maybe not. Hold your horse. Javonte Williams gets 11. So now they're going to try to throw it. It looks like they're already in Hail Mary formation. We saw Hail Mary get completed in week 1 to win the game, so you never know. Or Corral's going to go short out of bounds. You know, if they score here, it'd be a 69-yard touchdown. I'd just like to point that out. Okay, it looks like they're going to go for another Hail Mary to win the game in regulation. 2nd and 10. Corral shucks it for the heavens. Ooh, he almost caught it. We are headed to overtime, tied at 10. What a game. Wow, the Ravens have had the ball for 24 more snaps. No shortage of drama here as the Ravens try to go up to 500. The Browns try to go 4-0. Tails never fails. Indeed. The Browns rightfully choose tails. They win the toss, and they start on offense. You guys know the drill by now. Tails does not fail. So Cleveland opens up on offense, although based on how the offenses have played today, is that really going to matter? I don't know. Which Ohio team will win? Since everybody else in the AFC... No, not the Shamrocks. Okay, never mind. I was about to say everybody else in the division's from Ohio, but that's a lie. OT stands for Ohio team. There you go. So we'll see if the Browns off. Ooh, that was almost picked. And now Jamari Sawyer is hurt. The Browns have had like 10 players go out today. This is nuts. Javonte loses about 3 by Chandler Jones. So this drive has quickly gone nowhere. And the coin toss has not mattered at all. 3rd and 13 now. Corral. He might run with it. No, Corral takes a shot downfield. It is caught by Jamar Chase. And this game is over. The Cleveland Browns walk it off in overtime. It took a little while for Jamar Chase to do something, but spoiler alert, he did something. Corral just said, F it. Jamar Chase is down there somewhere, who mosses the defender, and not only that, but takes it the rest of the way. Wow. Well, that's one way to end it. And the Cleveland Browns are now 4-0. Quite the dramatic way for Nick's team to go 9-8. Jamar Chase is a man amongst boys on that play. And the Ravens fall to 1-3. I don't know who 24... Actually, let's see the play again. I do kind of want to see it, because that was kind of nice. Oh, is it not going to work? No, it does. Hold on. Oh, man, what a beauty. 24 is Emmanuel Mosley, who got put up on a poster. All right, let's get a close-up look. Yeah, this belongs in the Louvre. What a beauty. All right, as we look at the stats, Matt Corral and Justin Fields both had very weird performances. I don't know if I would say they're good. I don't know if I would say they're bad. They were just weird. The Ravens ran it like crazy. Zeke was solid. Fields had a big game, but both of them did fumble it. Javonte Williams was impressive too. Standouts in the receiving game, I guess Jamar Chase. I guess he only had 2 catches, but he had the one that counted. Jamin Davis, 15 tackles, 2 for a loss. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah added 9. 3 TFLs for Chandler Jones and Nick Bosa. They got to the quarterback along with Carl Granderson and Troy Dye. Verone McKinley got hurt too? How many injuries did the Cleveland get? Like, literally, it feels like they got 12. How many new players are out? I think the over-under is probably at a good 3.5, at least. 3. Javon Kinlaw, torn labrum. Malcolm Roach, broken ribs. Verone McKinley, broken ribs. Oof. All right, it is sim time again. Apple hath returned. Watching the game. All right, so I guess we're going to spoil the game. What a crazy ending, wink, wink. I didn't see anything. Okay, I didn't see anything. The Bucks lose to the 4-0 Salt Lake City Pioneers. Hold on, I need to go to Pioneers real quick. Spoiler alert for Chargers beat New England. 24 points, 31 points, 49 points, 34 points. And all the Pioneers' wins have only been by 1 possession. That's kind of wild. Don't know what you're saying. Are you sure about that? Derek Carr was solid, so was Joe Burrow. Imagine being nervous. We know what game we're watching next week. I think we do. 2021 Ravens, 2022 OFL Browns. Injuries. At least the Browns won their games, though. Evan Neal allowed 5 sacks. 3 of which went to Marcus Davenport. So much for, like, what, the 6th overall pick? The Cardinals beat the Black Knights, so it seems like the London Black Knights hype train has died down after about 2 weeks. Jalen Hurts severely outplayed Carson Wentz, though. So how'd the Cardinals score? Oh, they got all their touchdowns on the ground. Devontae Smith and DeAndre Hopkins were both pretty good for Arizona. The Chargers are 3-1. I knew they were going to be good. They beat New England, who goes 0-2 in today's episode. Baker Mayfield was pretty good. Trevor Lawrence, not so much. Sterling Shepard has been awfully good for a Charger so far. Let's not act like we look kind of booty. Yeah, you guys did look kind of, well, at least on offense. And I guess on defense, too. The Ravens kind of outplayed the Browns that whole game. I'm officially done with the franchise. There are teams that are way worse than you keep in mind. The Chiefs are 3-1. The Jags are 1-3. Josh Allen with another good game. Zach Wilson with another not-so-good game. Jadeveon Clowney with a big performance. He had 4 TFLs and 1.5 sacks. The Dolphins beat the Beats, so Miami goes 2-0 today. Brady Bowell only threw 1 interception. There you go. He was actually kind of good. I guess Josh Jacobs is a former great Diablo. I mean, great? No, I wouldn't say he was great. He was good, but I wouldn't say he was great. The Falcons with 45 points against New Orleans, so the Saints are no longer undefeated. The Falcons scored 49 and 45 points today. Is that good? I think that's pretty good. Aaron Rodgers with a light 5 touchdowns. Trey Lance threw for 493 yards, though. That's a lot. That's kind of a lot. Cortland Sutton and Hunter Henry each had big performances. So did Marvin Jones for New Orleans. So what? They just pass the ball at will? How does Trey Lance throw for so many yards and they lose? By what? How many points? By 11. The Washington football team are now 4-0. They beat the Rams 35-14. So Washington appears to be a legit contender. Meaning that in typical Apple fashion, they're going to find a way to shoot themselves in the foot and lose in the divisional round. Justin Herbert was all right. Sam Darnold was also all right. Josh Jacobs with a big game, though. IT Thomas wasn't too bad, although the Rams, I think, are 0-4. So despite getting maybe the two best players in the draft, and IT Thomas and Aiden Hutchinson, the Rams are still pretty bad. The Niners are 0-4. Their slow start continues, losing to Seattle. San Francisco is supposed to be good this year. I have them winning like 13 games and making the OFL Bowl, and they, particularly Jordan Love, have been probably the biggest disappointment of the entire league so far. I jinxed you. I guess I did. Oops. Oopsie poopsies. Devontae KZ with 2 interceptions. The Giants get back on the losing column. It's the OKC Bison who go 2-0 today and are now 3-1 on the year. Ryan Tannehill with a dominant performance. Octi is literally funny. You are literally speaking facts. A.J. Dillon outperformed Saquon Barkley. That's something. Actually, not really. Barkley had a big game as a pass catcher. Oh, yes, Mr. Krabs. Malik Willis. Did Malik Willis do something good? He did a lot of things good in that game. The Toilet Bowl goes to the Huskies. They beat the Jets 24-10. Toronto wins their first game of the year. The Jets are 0-4. The AFC East sucks, which is funny because throughout all of OFL 21, the AFC East sucked. So I see that division has not changed in the slightest, with the Beats and Jets in the bottom of the barrel. The New England Patriots looked like a disaster in today's stream. And you also have the Miami Dolphins, who are starting Marcus Mariota. So the AFC East, just like last year, is going to be bad. Got a snow day tomorrow. W, big dubs. The Lions are now 3-1. They beat Austin 28-24. The nice little fourth quarter comeback. Deshaun Watson played pretty well. Dak Prescott was blah. Eckler and Hunt were both pretty good. So we had the battle of the massager with Deshaun Watson and the kicker in Kareem Hunt. And it's Mr. Massage Man who gets the win. The Panthers get smothered 35-3 against the Denver Broncos. Jeez. So Carolina's 0-4, and Denver's pretty good. Are they 4-0? I don't know if they're 4-0, but they're good. NFL is investigating the Dolphins. Good. Get Stephen Ross out of there. Dolphins fans deserve better. That team has been a train wreck the past month. When you said, oh no, breaking news, my heart dropped. I thought something bad happened. But no, that's probably good. Stephen Ross deserves everything that's coming. Zach Charbonnet with a big game. Is David Montgomery injured? I guess he is. Yeah. Guy is better than the Sonics. Who's Guy? I've noticed over the past 4 games we've had a low-scoring game in 3 of them. I guess that speaks to your defense. Kyle Pitts with a big game. Let me check. Is Denver 4-0? Because they are good. This is not OFL 21 Russell Wilson. I don't think they're 4-0, but I think they have at least 3. Yeah, they lost to the Chiefs in week 3. Okay. Who were we on? We were on the Panthers. Did we see the Shamrocks and Aviators? I don't believe so. No. The Shamrocks end up beating... No, the Shamrocks lose to the Aviators in overtime. Again, it is Taysom Hill who starts and threw for almost 400 yards on 81% completion percentage. John Cena's moving to China to become John Cena. Okay. Chris Carson averaged 1.3 yards a carry. Eek. And they still won! That's pretty remarkable. Tyrell Crosby allowed 3 sacks. Jared Patterson allowed 2. How did the Aviators win this game? I'm kind of confused. The Tigers beat the Wizards. Orlando is now 0-4. The Tigers go up to 2-2. Matthew Stafford was not great. Neither was Tom Brady. Give Malik help. Malik Willis has a good offensive line, a good running back, and good receivers. So I don't know what you're talking about, Chief. I think our game is up next. I'm kind of scared. I don't have a very good feeling. That's what I said the first 2 weeks and we won. But I still don't have a very good feeling. Hey! 34-28 in overtime. What did Malik Willis do? He got outplayed by Kellen Mond. That's what he did. Although both of them were outstanding. So, the two best quarterbacks in the NFC North go head-to-head. Mond gets the upper hand statistically, barely. But it's Malik Willis' team who gets the win. Terry McLaurin with 2 big games in today's stream. Phil versus Eddie was great. Ikem Ekwonu allows 2 sacks. That's not ideal. Both of which go to Cam Jordan. Khalil Mack and Myles Garrett with 1 each. That's nice. I think that's probably everybody. We saw the Bears. We saw the Beats. We saw the Bison. We saw the Black Knights. We saw the Broncos. Yep. All right. So we're going to take a look at the standings, players of the week, injuries, and then that will conclude our stream today. Aaron Rodgers, Ryan Tannehill, DeMonte KZ, and Matt Milano all win players of the week. We want standings. So how many teams are 4-0? The Browns, the football team, and the Pioneers, and that's it. If you look at the point differential, the Browns have 88 points. Jeez, Baltimore is 44. Good God. Cleveland's 88 points are towards the bottom. So the Browns are led by a strong defense. Washington appears to be the hot shot through 4 weeks. They have a plus-minus of plus 51. And Pioneers are good too. They score a lot of points. How many teams are 0-4? We've got quite a few. The Jets, the Wizards, the Beats, the 49ers, which is the big surprise of the group to me, the Panthers, and the Rams. As we go division by division, the AFC North appears to be pretty good. We usually do stats first at the midseason when we start talking about awards. So once we get to like middle of the year, that's when we'll really dive into stats. AFC South also appears to be kind of good. The Bison and Tigers look pretty solid, and I think the Jaguars could make some noise. The AFC East is not good. I think the winner of this game is going to have less than 9 wins. The AFC West, wow, Pioneers 4-0, Chiefs 3-1, Chargers 3-1, Broncos 3-1. This division is going to be a dogfight. The NFC North also appears to be pretty good, with the Vikings and Lions at 3-1. The Bears not too far behind at 2-2. In the NFC South, the Falcons and Saints are both 3-1. In the NFC East, it's the Washington football team who takes the crown there, 4-0. The Red Hot Black Knights lose 2 in a row. They still have a point differential of positive 30, though. And then in the West, the Seattle Seahawks lead a game over the Cardinals with the Rams and 49ers in the gutter. And the survey says it's true. All right, let's see if there are any new big injuries. We know Cleveland got pounded by the injury bug this past week. Dalvin Cook is only out for 1 more game. Wow, there are like no injuries. Mike Hilton, I don't think that one is new. I might be wrong. Juju Smith-Schuster dislocated hip. That is new. Elijah Vera-Tucker, that happened in our game. He tore his labrum and is out 4 games. Kyle Rudolph, broken collarbone. These 2, I think, are not new. Alvin Kamara, torn pec, done for the year. Wow. So that's why A.J. Dillon played. That is significant. So the Bison, who I think are one of the better teams in the AFC, maybe an OFL Bowl contender, lose their first-round fantasy draft pick for the entire season. Wow. That is a big deal. Aaron Jones only out 1 more week. Odafe Owe, dislocated elbow. I feel like that's new. David Montgomery, partial MCL tear. He's out 5 weeks. Also joined by Jawan Bentley. I don't think that one is new, though. All right. So not a lot of injuries, but we do have a pretty big one in Alvin Kamara, who allowed the least amount of points. Probably you guys. It is you guys. There you go. Most amount of points has been the Rams. The Pioneers are like 6th or 7th in most points allowed, and they're 4-0. Football is weird. Any given Sunday. Or I guess in today's case, any given Wednesday. So that will conclude today's stream. I hope everybody enjoyed. Next stream will be sometime this weekend. I don't know if it'll be Saturday or Sunday, but we'll see. So, yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed. And we'll be back within the next couple days.